President Rodrigo Duterte likens joint exploration with China in the West Philippine Sea to co-ownership in a speech Wednesday. Duterte doesn't distinguish if he meant co-ownership of the West Philippine Sea or of the resources found in it, such as oil. He says, quote, "They offered joint exploration, so that's like co-ownership. It's like two of us own that. That's better than fighting." Duterte hails China's joint exploration offer as proof that his foreign relations strategy is successful in bringing benefits to the Philippines. The 1987 Constitution says the resources within the country's exclusive economic zone must be reserved for Filipinos. The West Philippine Sea is a portion of the larger South China Sea, which falls within the country's EEZ and continental shelf. Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio says the Constitution bans joint development within the country's EEZ. Carpio says the government can tap a private company as a contractor to extract resources within the EEZ, but there can be no state-to-state joint development. Duterte's use of the term co-ownership can be a cause for concern, given the West Philippine Sea and its resources are supposed to be exclusively for Filipinos. China's claim to the West Philippine Sea was invalidated by the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, Netherlands in 2016, but Beijing has chosen to ignore the ruling. Duterte also uses the term co-ownership after joking it will be better if China declares the Philippines as one of its provinces, a remark widely condemned by lawmakers and citizens. Rappler lawyer Francis Lim urges government to leave the social news network unhindered now that the philanthropic investment firm Omidyar Network donated its Philippine depositary receipts to Rappler managers. Omidyar Network on Wednesday announced it donated its PDRs to 14 Filipino managers of Rappler. Omidyar Network said, quote, "This donation completely eliminates the sole basis of the SEC ruling against Rappler Incorporated and Rappler Holdings Corporation. A PDR is a financial instrument that allows foreigners to invest in a Filipino company without owning any part of it or being involved in day-to-day management. The Securities and Exchange Commission last January revoked Rappler's registration because the PDRs of Omidyar supposedly violate the constitutional restrictions on ownership. Lim says, quote, "While not legally necessary, the donation puts beyond doubt that Rappler is owned and controlled by Filipinos." He adds, quote, "The government should now leave Rappler unhindered in its operations in the name of press freedom." But the SEC asserts its decision to revoke Rappler's registration. SEC Chairperson Teresita Herbosa says Omidyar's donation is for the Court of Appeals to evaluate, as Rappler has appealed this case before the CA. Herbosa says the SEC will respond or give its position on such development as may be ordered by the CA. Hope Hicks, one of Donald Trump's longest-serving aides, is resigning as the United States President's communications director. A Trump spokesperson denies there's any link between Hicks' resignation and her appearance before a congressional panel probing Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. Hicks stuck to answering pre-approved questions and refused to answer many of the other questions put to her by the lawmakers. That meant avoiding questions about her work and White House contacts with Russia. Hicks was thrust into the spotlight in early February when another top Trump aide with whom she had become romantically involved was accused of domestic abuse. Former White House Staff Secretary Rob Porter, who denies the abuse claimed by two ex-wives, resigned following the allegations.